Many of us who are beginning to awake within our consciousness. So within the research of things, first of all, you have to go into explain or define to another individual this term and why. Okay.
Peace, love and bliss to the family. They're chilling on the coral there by a beach known as Il Pirata in St. Lucia. And this video, family, is going to be about, of course, the ocean. Yeah? I know many of us like to come to the beach and chill, man. And look at that sun, man. I know many of us like to come to the beach and chill, but we never take into account the importance the ocean plays in our everyday life, right? I mean, the ocean alone accounts to 70% of the earth, family. The other 30% is land. So that has to say something. And while we all give thanks to the trees for their photosynthesis, right, which they convert carbon dioxide into oxygen using the sun's heating rays to make their food. The first plants, the fossil plants, weren't introduced into the fossil records until around what? 470 million years ago. And we know the earth is much older than that. So before that, what used to give us oxygen? For the family who knows or probably have come across the cartoon called SpongeBob, you will know of an individual called Plankton. Now always trying to steal the secret formula. Plankton, or phytoplankton, is actually an organism that lives in the ocean, right? That basically does the same thing. So they call these things, these organisms, photosynthesizers. So they use photosynthesis, right? I mean, sorry, they use carbon dioxide, right? The sun's warming rays to create their food, and they produce oxygen, family. You understand? So we have to give thanks for the ocean because most of the air we breathe comes from the ocean. Yes, it comes from the trees, yeah. But considering we have 70% of ocean life on Earth, family, you know what I mean? We have to give thanks for this, man. Yeah, peace to the family again. Not too sure whether the family was hearing me with all the waves splashing behind me there, you know. Thanks for the little cool out still. So, just a quick recap, family. We're actually near the Dayglow where the river actually meets the ocean. See that river there? And from the bridge, going straight in the Dayglow there still. See a nice little cool out spot. Let us go quickly. So yeah, family. Photoplanktons, right, which are organisms that live in the ocean, in the photic zone of the ocean, actually, not just in the ocean. When I say the photic zone, I'm talking about the first 700 feet from the surface of the water, right, where the sunlight can actually penetrate. Because don't forget, these organisms, family, these organisms, as I said, use the warming rays of the sun, use carbon dioxide, okay, to create their food and produce oxygen. So most of the air we breathe actually comes from the ocean. Because as I said, plants, as we know it, didn't enter the fossil record until probably like 470 million years ago, and the earth was in existence. The earth is in existence for billions, if not trillions of years. So why this little lesson about the ocean? Oh, it's got a crab there, family. I don't need to. So why the little lesson? in regards to the ocean, because all of us love coming to the beach to pull out, but none of us actually think of these things. Now these are the things that the ancestors perceived and took into account as a deeper science, family. That is why they were able to thrive, right, for so many years. Okay? Because they took into account nature. As a matter of fact, this is where the term Netera comes from, which many would translate as God, although there were no gods in ancient times. Our ancestors didn't venerate no person to say, oh God. No, it's all energies, intrinsic forces of nature, right, which automatically turned into principles, equations, if you want to put the scientific aspect upon it. So we're basically giving this to show that before even plants came about, the Earth's atmosphere already had oxygen, family. Right? The Earth's atmosphere already had oxygen. And that is due to the photoplankton, SpongeBob, the photoplanktons creating oxygen. Right? And they are also referred to as photosynthesizers. And we're saying all of this to see, don't destroy the ocean, man. Stop dumping your garbage and your shit in the ocean, all your companies. Just thinking about monetary gain. I mean, come on, man. Don't you care about humanity? About the state of oxygen? Just now you all want to come and sell oxygen for man. Look at places like China, right? Oxygen scarce there. People have to be wearing a mask. So much air pollution, family. So us here still in the Caribbean, we still have to give thanks for the meantime, between time, and yeah, just enjoy what we have through life in this third dimension. And having said that, family, next time you go to the ocean, look at the waves, listen to the sound of the waves crashing. It's there like the ocean is breathing. Remember, we just talked about oxygen and breathing. Most of our oxygen comes from the ocean. And having said that, family, peace, love, and when I finish that, I'm going to use up the coconut water.